Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Continuously Refined. I'm Shayna,
And I'm Cicely.
and today we are diving into one of the other things that we had kind of talked about in our two previous episodes ago, castor oil packs. They've kind of been all the rave in probably the last year on
Yeah.
TikTok, Instagram, health and wellness social media pages. So today we're going to kind of dive into it, talk about it. Castor
Mhm.
oil packs are something that I use fairly frequently, but something that Cicely was like wanting to get into. And we
Yep.
were like, this will be great to talk about.
Yeah, I feel like they're another one of those kind of like fads that we've talked about that are just like going crazy in the wellness space. There are literally so many of them right now. And I feel like we're slowly trying to like debunk the ones that were like, this is a good one
Mhm.
versus like, this is one we don't need. But I truly do feel like castor oil is one that we do need. Also, I'm just like such a fan of oils in general. And we know I love my essential oils. So I feel like they heal everything.
Yeah. I think castor oil is like slightly controversial in the way that
Yeah.
people don't know how to use it, what it's used for. People say that, like, my sister, for instance, swears that it makes her periods heavier and that she doesn't want to use it.
Did she try it like once?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Right.
we're going to kind of talk about like what it is, what it's used for,
Uh-huh.
what the benefits that I've found from it. It's one of those things, the FDA's, if you look up like what the FDA and the CDC says, there's like, there is no evidence to show
Yeah.
this. Well, then you look, they've done like one to zero studies on it.
Yeah.
So clearly it's not going to work if you haven't studied it at all. But from my doctor that I go see and a few chiropractic um, practitioners that I follow and like have researched, there is plentiful of data that shows the impact that castor oil can have on
Yeah.
your health. So let's dive right into it.
Yeah.
So castor oil is an extremely thick oil, and it's from castor plants. It was used and dated, like first found way back in ancient Egypt. They used to have castor plants and would turn it into castor oil for some of these benefits that we'll talk about. And it's not considered an edible oil. So castor oil is
Don't eat it.
not something that you would like, oh, we're going to sip on this or put it under my tongue. It is used to be like applied onto the skin.
Hmm.
And so a lot of people have castor oil packs, which pretty much are like already set up. Like you just open the package and then there's like a pad with castor oil on it.
Yeah.
I bought like not a gallon. It's probably like
Court.
a quart. Is that what it
Maybe.
is?
Probably.
Some liters of just like castor oil. And then I have like, it's almost like a towel or like a pad that I
Yeah.
use. And then I put the castor oil onto the pad, rub it in, and then like you can place it on your skin. So castor oil in this wellness space at the moment is really used for liver detox is what a lot of people use it for. That's one of the reasons I use it.
Okay.
So I take that pad and I put it on my right side abdominal, like right on my skin. It's used really good for liver detox. It's a great anti-inflammatory and pain reliever. So you hear a lot of
Hmm.
people will recommend that you use it around when you're on your period, when you have really bad period cramps. So you can put it on your abdomen, and the castor oil like almost instantly, I think, like relieves some of that pain. It doesn't
Yeah.
make it go away, but it brings down the inflammation, and so it really like eases up the pain of period cramps.
Isn't it like your skin absorbs it really easily, or there's something because it's so thick? Like
Mm-hmm.
the way I've seen like a few Instagram reels about this, but the way that it travels like through your skin can penetrate so deeply, like into your liver and into different things to
Yes.
help
So
detox and
quickly
reduce
too.
inflammation.
Like you
Yeah.
don't have to wear it for long, and we're going to kind of get into that,
Hmm.
but you don't have to wear it for long before you see the benefits of it, which
So
is
crazy.
really helpful. People place it on, like doctors recommend placing it on skin to decrease swelling and pain. So if you had like a knee injury and it's really swollen, or if people have arthritis in their hands, you could put the castor oil on there. It supports healthy, balanced hormones, which was one of the things that my doctor recommended when I was going through my whole journey. She's like, put castor oil on like a few times a week, just leave it on your stomach, and it's really helpful to absorb and like regulate your body specifically for hormones. It can help with hair growth. So people put it on their
Mm.
eyelashes, just like your normal eyelash serum. But you can use castor oil as a very much more natural way or in your hair to help promote hair growth. It's a natural laxative. So it can relieve constipation. It heals wounds. So if you have like an open wound, you can put castor oil under the band-aid because it has antibacterial and antimicrobial properties. It can speed up the wound healing and help get rid of
Okay.
scarring. So helpful. It improves blood circulation and lymphatic drainage. So when people like gua sha their faces or help move,
Yeah.
do like lymphatic massages on themselves, castor oil can be another really good way to get the blood and lymphatic system moving. And then it also helps with digestion and can really help reduce bloating, which is something that I've found. So I usually use it towards the evening and like completely notice like flatter stomach with just like the level of bloating that was happening. I also changed my diet. So like multiple things go into that.
Yes. Yeah.
You can't just use it as a one kind of source fits all. I want to say that. But if you are noticing like you're bloating after certain meals, it might be helpful to throw on a castor oil pack after that meal and see if it helps.
Yeah.
There are like a few different types of castor oil, so it's good to be like aware of what's out there. I buy mine on Amazon.
Okay.
Super easy. It's not the most like expensive thing in the world ever. I think the however much we decided it was the quarts liter of castor oil was maybe like $20 to $30, and it's called, the brand is Queen of Thrones, and it's specifically the organic golden castor oil cold pressed.
Okay.
Super thick golden color, really easy to use. You can apply it anywhere. So I get a pack. Also, when you go on Amazon, it's like you find the castor oil and then it'll pretty much be like recommended that you buy
Yes.
this castor oil pack. And so that brand, Queen of Thrones, has a castor oil wrap.
Okay.
So it's like the pad that would go in the front of your stomach, and then it has like two attachment ties that you can tie it on so it sits there. I kind of just usually like tuck it in my pants and it like stays. So get a pack that goes with it. You pour like an even layer. You really don't need a lot. It is so thick. I maybe use like 2 to 3 tablespoons to fill the cloth, rub it on there, and then you leave it on your skin for anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours. Some people sleep with it on.
Yeah, I've seen that.
One of the doctors that I follow like recommended that. My doctor was like, an hour to 2 hours is plenty of time to get it to do what you need it to do. And you can do it anywhere from like 4 to 5 times a week. Doing it 7 days a week is not going to hurt you, but I think really to like ensure that your body's getting the most out of it, I do it like 3 to 4 times a week. And specifically like when I'm around my period, it's really helpful because that's a time where like I have painful cramps and I'm already like bloated. So it's super, super helpful. But I was using the castor oil. I've been using it now for about a year, even before I had like regular periods, and I was still using it. Noticed it helped with my digestion and bloating, something that I really, really recommend. I think it's another thing that if you're like, oh, what other health and wellness tips can I add into like my routine? Castor oil is just one of those things that can help improve, help kind of boost, like what you're trying to work on.
Yeah.
So I would definitely recommend it.
I would also say, like, I think it's one, it heals so many different things that if you're looking to get into one wellness trend, I would try this. And like, I would let this be one of the first ones that you try. It's definitely one that I want to try, but it was one that when I got into the wellness space, I'd never heard of. I think my doctor finally started to recommend it once I finally started to get my period again. And I was like, these are really painful. He was like, that you, like, this is something you need to get on. But I was also doing so many other things that it was like, well, we're not going to implement all these changes at one time.
It's overwhelming and it's a lot. But again, if you're like ready to try that new thing, totally highly recommend it. We've talked about this, but like we don't like to use Advil and Tylenol. So we'll find any other natural source to like kind of heal, make us feel better. And castor oil has definitely done that for me.
All of our oils. It's what we're always on. Literally every single time.
Yeah.
Even when we both had the flu, oregano oil. Like,
Guys,
like,
we had Cicely gave me the flu last week.
you chose to hang out with me still.
And we were both like so down bad. I was like researching anything. And Cicely's like, I have oregano oil. You need to drink this. Guys,
It's
let me
so
tell
bad.
you, it was one of the grossest things I've ever drank in my life. Like I had the taste in my mouth for like 4 hours after.
Yeah.
But it worked and I nipped it in the butt. I didn't take any over-the-counter medication the entire week that I had the flu. I was just taking really high doses of like vitamin C, D, and zinc, the oregano, resting, and yeah,
Yeah, the
healed.
oregano oil literally tastes like you're just like drinking straight
Eating
oregano, I
oregano.
guess. I don't know. It's not good at all, but it is proven to help. And it's
Hmm.
another oil that we love. And eucalyptus. I used that when I was sick. Put
Yeah,
eucalyptus in the shower.
oil.
I had that on my like bottom of my feet like every single
Hmm.
night with my lotion, whatever.
Good.
You know, we try all of our little like what is it called? Earthy things, whatever.
Our earthy things.
Whatever that is
And it
called.
worked.
It does.
It
It
worked.
does. I would say that like it helped lessen maybe the effects of our symptoms.
Hmm.
You'll obviously still get sick, but that's just kind of
Yeah,
the way life goes.
exactly.
Yeah, but castor oil packs, one I really want to try. I literally went on Amazon yesterday and was like, "Okay, I need to buy one." I
You
still haven't, but
do.
I need to.
You do. You
I
need
will.
to.
I'll get there. But we hope you guys learned something from this.
Yeah.
We're enjoying doing these short little episodes for you guys to kind of
Mhm.
just break down and debunk some of these like fads, whether
Yeah.
they're worth it or not in the wellness space.
Mhm.
So please let us know if you've tried any of them and your guys' thoughts on them. And we can't wait to talk to you guys again in 2 weeks.
We hope you have the best day ever. Bye.
Bye.